The paper presents a novel, nested model for AI design and validation, addressing the challenges of trust, transparency, fairness, and discrimination in the rapidly evolving field of artificial intelligence. It emphasizes the need for new regulations and highlights the importance of aligning these regulations with AI practitioners' daily challenges. The proposed 5-layer model consists of social, legal, ethical, and technical layers, including algorithms and data, which can be developed independently to minimize risks and maximize benefits. This modular approach aims to streamline AI application design and validation, improving fairness, trust, and AI adoption. To enhance clarity and precision, researchers are recommended to distinguish between layers when claiming contributions to clarify specific areas of contribution and avoid confusion. They should explicitly state upstream assumptions to ensure context and limitations are understood, and promote thorough testing and validation of AI systems and their compliance with regulatory requirements. This refined model aims to provide a comprehensive framework for AI practitioners, policymakers, and researchers to address the complexities of AI development and ensure that AI systems are fair, trustworthy, and transparent. The proposed 5-layer nested model for AI design and validation is a groundbreaking approach that seeks to reconcile technological innovation with regulatory imperatives. This model comprises the regulation, domain, data, model, and prediction layers, focusing on fairness, trust, and AI adoption. It builds upon the XAI-QB framework by incorporating prototypical questions from both regulatory and domain perspectives, making it the first of its kind. This nested model facilitates the design and validation of AI applications and workflows, ultimately enhancing fairness, trust, and AI adoption. The technical layer, which is centered around algorithms and data, strives to promote fairness and safeguard against discrimination. However, addressing this layer in isolation may not suffice to address the challenge of transparency, a common requirement set forth by AI regulators. Recent studies in human-computer interaction, HCI, and explainable AI, XAI, have shed light on the current bottlenecks in involving humans in understanding, decision-making, validation, and other processes within AI applications and workflows. As awareness of the risks associated with AI grows, so too do calls for its appropriate regulation. The primary goal of regulation is to ensure that AI is legal, ethical, and robust, while minimizing potential harm and increasing legal certainty. Global regulatory standards for AI are currently being established, which could potentially lead to harmonization. Collaboration between government, industry, and civil society is crucial for the responsible use of AI. Regulation is necessary to protect consumers and society, provide a reliable framework for businesses, and understand the ethical and societal implications of AI. The proposed model addresses the need for updated regulations to tackle ethical and legal risks that face obstacles due to misalignment between regulatory science and AI. By identifying unique threats within each layer, it facilitates the identification of appropriate evaluation methodologies, thereby mitigating inherent tensions between technological innovation and regulatory imperatives. The regulatory landscape for AI is shifting towards transparency, accountability, and explainability, with the European Union taking a leading role in developing regulations that protect fundamental rights through the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, and the proposed AI Act. In contrast, the United States relies primarily on self-regulation by industry stakeholders. The concept of explainable AI, XAI, has gained recognition for its importance in ensuring AI systems are transparent and accountable. Our proposed 5-layer nested model for AI design and validation integrates XAI and human-computer interaction, HCI, principles, providing a user-centric approach for stakeholders to elicit end-user and regulatory needs. This model consists of an outer layer of regulatory requirements, a layer of user needs and expectations, a layer of technical requirements, a layer of XAI and HCI principles, and a core layer of AI system design. By integrating XAI and HCI principles, our model highlights technical barriers and emphasizes the importance of a human-centered approach to regulation. The model's user-centric approach enables stakeholders to identify and address end-user needs, while also considering regulatory requirements. This integrated approach ensures that AI systems are designed with transparency and accountability in mind, addressing the limitations of current self-regulation approaches. By emphasizing the importance of XAI and HCI principles, our model provides a framework for developing AI systems that are both technically sound and socially responsible. The AI workflow is structured into 4 layers: regulation, domain, data, and model. Each layer presents a set of questions crucial for ensuring compliance, explainability, and transparency. The regulation layer prioritizes ethical and technical rules, prohibiting access to subsequent layers if ethical rules are not addressed. The domain layer focuses on achieving specific goals related to its scope, involving domain experts in listing needs and requirements. The data layer aims to explain the data by summarizing and analyzing it, identifying biases and limitations, and involves both machine learning practitioners and domain experts. The model layer seeks to explain the inner workings of the model, balancing performance and interpretability. Each layer has associated questions for XAI, including those related to regulations, domain requirements, data limitations, and model interpretability. The nested model is a prescriptive guideline that bridges the gap between AI regulations and AI systems by addressing key requirements of regulatory authorities, enhancing transparency and explainability, and reducing the likelihood of AI implosion. Built on the XAI-QB foundation, this model enables users to answer specific questions, facilitating a clear understanding of rules, goals, needs, requirements, solutions, and conclusions. The layered structure of the nested model allows each layer to address specific objectives and requirements before proceeding to the next. For example, the domain layer defines applications and requirements, while the data layer is entered only after the goals of previous layers have been achieved. This approach defines a common baseline for AI adoption in real-life use cases, serving as a common intersection between regulatory authorities, explainable AI, XAI, and AI practitioners. The nested model evaluates AI workflows using both evaluation metrics and key regulatory requirements, addressing issues such as non-transparency, unfairness, and discrimination. By mitigating potential threats with each layer, this model defines a common baseline for AI adoption, bridges the gap between regulatory authorities and AI practitioners, and reduces the likelihood of AI implosion. Implementing a nested model for AI governance necessitates bifurcating regulations into ethical and technical aspects. Ethical regulations revolve around moral principles and values, ensuring AI systems conform to ethical standards and avoid causing harm. In contrast, technical regulations focus on specific technical aspects, such as algorithms, data quality, and safety measures, to guarantee robustness and security. The implementation process involves defining regulations and key requirements, categorizing them into ethical and technical, and addressing ethical requirements first. Subsequently, technical key requirements are mapped to sublayers. The EU's guidelines for trustworthy AI, for instance, outline 7 key requirements, including human agency, technical robustness, privacy, transparency, diversity, societal and environmental well-being, and accountability. This structured framework enables developers and organizations to ensure responsible AI development and deployment. By adopting this nested model, AI systems can be developed and deployed with a focus on both ethical and technical considerations, ultimately promoting trustworthy AI. This approach acknowledges the intricacies of AI governance, recognizing that technical regulations must be grounded in ethical principles to prevent harm and ensure beneficial outcomes. The EU trustworthy AI requirements encompass ethical and technical aspects, including human agency and oversight, diversity, non-discrimination, technical robustness, fairness, and transparency. A 6-step approach is proposed to address these requirements. Firstly, ethical requirements are addressed. Secondly, domain experts list domain-specific requirements. Thirdly, technical requirements are mapped to the sublayers of the nested model for AI design and validation, namely data, model, and prediction. Fourthly, specific technical requirements are addressed at each sublayer using appropriate methodologies, resulting in accountability when all key requirements are achieved. At the regulation layer, potential threats to compliance with AI workflow need to be considered. Regulatory bodies and organizations must address operational burdens, data management, privacy, security, and transparency standards to ensure compliance and foster an environment conducive to evaluating and adopting AI technologies. The AI application must align with the expectations of both the AI regulatory body and the domain regulatory body. At the domain layer, boundaries are set on processes that fall within the domain's purview. The data layer focuses on explaining the data by summarizing, analyzing, and providing insights into the data. This layered approach helps identify potential threats and ensures that AI applications meet the ethical and technical requirements for trustworthy AI. The authors identify potential threats to trustworthy AI at 3 layers: data, model, and prediction. At the data layer, threats include failure to consider prior knowledge, incomplete data, biased data, and data reflecting discrimination in sampling. The model layer focuses on explaining the inner workings of the model, including the parameters involved and their meaning, as well as the interpretability of the model and its balance between performance and interpretability. The prediction layer aims to explain the reason behind a particular prediction, including how certain inputs affect the prediction and what variables are involved. A concrete example is provided by an AI model developed by Google LLC to detect retinopathy, which failed due to lack of consideration for ethical and technical requirements during its development. Despite being approved by the FDA, the model's limitations highlight the need for additional specialized oversight mechanisms to ensure AI applications are clear, safe, and efficient in healthcare. The FDA's regulatory framework faces significant challenges in adapting to AI technologies, leading to gaps in ML workflow development. It's crucial to involve domain experts throughout the evaluation process and ensure the validation of AI models on real-life data. The adoption of user-centric explainable AI (XAI) approaches can enhance the evaluation of AI systems by prioritizing user needs, identifying model inaccuracies, and addressing biases. This integration can lead to more transparent and trustworthy AI systems that better serve their intended users. The authors emphasize the significance of mitigating potential threats and integrating domain knowledge graphs into deep learning for enhanced interpretability and explainability. They stress the necessity for regulatory oversight, domain expertise, and transparency in AI decision-making processes, citing the cautionary tale of Zillow Group, Inc.'s ML model failure to forecast house prices. The feature cloud platform for federated learning is presented as a solution, leveraging federated learning to protect privacy and enhance data security and compliance. This platform incorporates graph neural networks, GNNs, to integrate domain knowledge graphs into deep learning, improving interpretability and explainability. The authors demonstrate the use of a protein-protein interaction (PPI) network to enrich deep neural networks for classification, enabling the detection of disease sub-networks using explainable AI. The authors also outline the regulatory requirements for trustworthy AI, including GDPR and European Union requirements, which encompass ethical and technical requirements such as privacy, data governance, human agency, and oversight. They address these requirements through a federated learning approach, which accelerates biomedical research, promotes environmental sustainability, and ensures human agency and oversight. The framework incorporates an expert-in-the-loop approach, where a domain expert evaluates data for biases and incorporates prior domain knowledge through knowledge graphs. Models are evaluated for fairness and technical robustness through continuous feedback from the domain expert. Open-source models are preferred, and XAI is integrated to enable transparency and trustworthiness in the AI process. The authors validate the potential threats at each layer of the nested model, including the data layer, model layer, and decision-making layer, ensuring that the AI system is transparent, explainable, and trustworthy. The page discusses the importance of GDPR and EU guidelines for trustworthy AI in AI development, emphasizing the need for domain experts to assess data for bias and the incorporation of prior domain knowledge through knowledge graphs. The use of open-source models and constant expert feedback ensures fairness and robustness. XAI techniques are implemented for transparency in decision-making. Figure 10 illustrates the validation of the feature cloud platform through the nested model for AI design and validation. The discussion focuses on potential threats and validation methodologies, recommending multiple iterations of the nested model for AI design and validation to ensure all domain-specific requirements are met. The framework allows users to evaluate the AI workflow in human terms through collaboration with XAIQB. It also addresses the need to identify unknown potential threats with data that are not identifiable by normal bias identification methods. The traditional nested model for artificial intelligence, AI, is inadequate, necessitating a re-evaluation of the conceptualization, design, and validation phases. AI regulations aim to strike a balance between promoting innovation and mitigating potential risks across both development and production stages. The EU AI Act exemplifies this comprehensive approach, establishing guidelines for developers, deployers, and end users throughout the AI lifecycle. During AI development, transparency is essential in the design and training process of AI models. This can be achieved through audience-centric explainable AI (XAI) techniques, which facilitate effective communication. However, regulations vary by domain, such as biomedical, where reproducibility, reusability, and technology transfer are emphasized, and AI's potential in medical research is acknowledged. It is crucial to consult with relevant regulatory bodies to ensure compliance. Future work will focus on developing audience-centric XAI that prioritizes user needs and contexts, incorporating human-computer interaction principles while ensuring legal compliance. This approach will address the limitations of current XAI methods, which often neglect user-centric considerations. By integrating these principles, AI systems can be designed to be more transparent, accountable, and trustworthy, ultimately leading to more effective human-AI collaboration. International harmonization of AI regulations is crucial to address the challenges of defining AI, balancing innovation with risk mitigation, and navigating international tensions. The lack of a unified approach hinders progress, as countries adopt disparate regulations, creating uncertainty for developers and users. Despite these challenges, growing political will for regulation and signs of transatlantic convergence offer opportunities for cooperation. The EU's General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, and the proposed Artificial Intelligence Act, IA, may influence global AI regulations, setting a benchmark for other nations. To overcome these hurdles, establishing global governance institutions can facilitate cooperation and standardization. Borrowing best practices from other high-tech sectors, such as cybersecurity and biotechnology, can inform AI regulation. The development of open-source AI software can also promote transparency and trust. A common baseline for designing and validating AI under regulatory frameworks is essential, acknowledging the complexity of the domain and the need for domain experts. This baseline should encompass standardized testing protocols, transparent reporting, and continuous monitoring to ensure AI systems meet regulatory requirements. Domain experts must be involved in the development of these frameworks to guarantee that regulations address the intricacies of AI development and deployment. By adopting a harmonized approach, the global AI community can promote innovation while mitigating risks, fostering an environment of trust and cooperation. The evolving landscape of AI regulations is a pressing concern, with the benefits of AI adoption hindered by slow uptake in critical domains. This research aims to address this gap by examining the advantages of AI and the challenges impeding its widespread adoption, including ethical and legal concerns. A crucial aspect is the need for an audience-centric approach to AI, incorporating explainable artificial intelligence to address regulatory concerns and guidelines. This involves developing strategies to ensure transparency, accountability, and trust in AI decision-making processes. To achieve this, the XAIQB question bank is proposed, comprising algorithm-informed questions to assess and validate AI systems. This framework fosters trust, faithfulness, and transparency by providing a structured approach to evaluating AI performance. A nested model for AI design and validation is also presented, consisting of 5 interconnected layers: regulations, domain, data, model, and predictions. At each level, specific prototypical questions must be addressed, considering regulatory guidelines and ensuring that AI systems are designed with transparency and accountability in mind. Illustrative examples are provided to support this framework, demonstrating how the nested model can be applied in practice to ensure responsible AI development and deployment. By addressing the challenges and concerns surrounding AI adoption, this research aims to facilitate the development of trustworthy and effective AI systems that can be widely adopted in critical domains. The authors present a thorough enumeration of the essential components for a robust and efficient deep learning-based architecture, tailored for processing sequential data. This comprehensive framework incorporates the following key elements. Firstly, a temporal convolutional neural network, TCN, is employed to extract relevant features from the input sequences. The TCN's architecture is designed to handle long-range dependencies, ensuring that the model can capture intricate patterns within the data. Subsequently, a novel attention mechanism is introduced, which enables the model to focus on the most informative segments of the input sequence. This adaptive weighting strategy facilitates the extraction of nuanced features, leading to improved performance. Furthermore, the authors propose a multi-scale feature fusion approach, where features from different TCN layers are aggregated to form a comprehensive representation of the input data. This hierarchical feature integration enables the model to capture a wide range of temporal dependencies. The authors also explore the use of transfer learning, leveraging pre-trained language models as a starting point for their proposed architecture. This approach allows the model to tap into the knowledge acquired from large-scale language datasets, thereby enhancing its performance on the target task. In addition, the authors provide a detailed analysis of the hyperparameter tuning process, highlighting the significance of careful parameter selection in achieving optimal results. The experimental results demonstrate the efficacy of the proposed architecture, outperforming state-of-the-art models on several benchmark datasets. Transparency in artificial intelligence is crucial, as it enables users to understand the decision-making processes and outcomes of AI systems. This understanding is essential for building trust, identifying biases, and ensuring accountability. However, achieving transparency in AI is challenging due to the complexity of modern AI systems, which often involve multiple layers of abstraction, nonlinear interactions, and intricate data dependencies. One of the primary motivations for transparency in AI is to address the lack of interpretability in machine learning models. This opacity makes it difficult to understand how AI systems arrive at their decisions, which can lead to unintended consequences, such as biased outcomes or unfair treatment. Moreover, the increasing use of AI in high-stakes applications, such as healthcare and finance, underscores the need for transparency to ensure safety, reliability, and fairness. Several challenges hinder the development of transparent AI systems. For instance, the trade-off between model complexity and interpretability poses a significant obstacle. As models become more complex to achieve better performance, they often become less interpretable. Additionally, the lack of standardization in AI development and the scarcity of high-quality, annotated data further complicate the pursuit of transparency. Despite these challenges, researchers are actively exploring various approaches to achieve transparency in AI. These include developing novel explainable AI, XAI, techniques, such as model-agnostic explanations, saliency maps, and feature importance methods. Furthermore, the integration of transparency into AI development pipelines and the creation of transparent AI frameworks are being investigated. Ultimately, the development of transparent AI systems is crucial for fostering trust, ensuring accountability, and realizing the full potential of AI in various domains.